Why hello ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy Brent Bryson here, and before I begin with how to control recoil, I'm just going to show you guys my updated sensitivity settings without, wasting any time. So let's do that real quick. We have controller preset B, type B. X and Y axis is disabled. My right and left stick dead zone is at 10. I do like my vibration on at 10. You know what I mean. My forward running sensitivity is at 30. Movement sensitivity is at 100. Vertical sensitivity is at 58. General sensitivity and vehicle driver sensitivity is at 20. That's the one that I changed. Aim acceleration is on this time with the aim acceleration at 5. Over the shoulders at 12. 1 and 2x is at 11. 3x is at 15. 4x is at 10. 6x and the 8x is at 8 and the 15x is at 20. So that is my updated sensitivity settings. I am going to thoroughly go over all of this when I explain how to control recoil, so we're going to get to that part of the video right now. Alright, so we are here. This is the baseline for me shooting. This is the back of this line. I do have everything muted right now just because it is going to be really loud in training mode. People are shooting, as you can see here, so you're just going to hear my voice with some background music in the background. So without further ado, here is a baseline for the barrel. I am going to do everything with the barrel just because, if you guys don't know, the barrel is my favorite gun. And believe it or not, I've been having a lot of hate messages on Xbox saying that I'm a hacker, or I use some type of device so that I could, control my recoil without actually using my right analog stick. And I don't understand why people say that about me. If you can see, I do potato a lot of my shots. If you guys haven't, checked my Twitch videos out or my live streams out on Twitch, Brent Bryson 15, another plug. But if I do potato a lot of my shots, so I don't know why people think that I have some type of hack or some type of aimbot assisted. So, to prove people wrong and to prove that I have the same recoil as everybody else, I do have a gamepad viewer on the left side here. Up, down, left, right, up, down, left, right. Everything is in sync. There might be a slight delay just because, that's how computers work. But nonetheless, you should see how my recoil is on the live view with my webcam, and then the gamepad viewer on the left as well. So without further ado, let's do this. Here is a fully stacked barrel, as you can see, with a compensator vert grip and everything, and I'm just gonna shoot my gun without doing any compensation with my right analog stick. As you can see there, I do have recoil, okay? It went all the way up to the sky. Nobody's gonna die with that type of spray. As you can see with the barrel, the first 1, 2, 3, 4, the first 5 is what you're looking at is the most compact with each other, and everything else just goes all the way up to the roof. And that's why I have my vertical sensitivity down to 58, because I have my general sensitivity to 20. Being it at 58 overcompensates for my up and down looking for my vertical sensitivity, which helps me control the recoil that much better. I also have an Elite 2 series controller with a high-rise control freak. I think this is the Infinite or the Nova or the Infernal control freak on my right analog stick, because it does help with the high-rise control freak does help with controlling my recoil. And as well as my right analog stick is set to the tightest tension ever as well. So then, even when I'm loosely looking left and right and up and down and everything, I have a lot of control over looking left and right because my right analog stick tension is at the highest level it could be, or the tightest it can be. And so even if I do explain myself with the recoil control and the compensation and everything, this just helps me out. It might not help you out because you might have a regular controller, you might not have a control freak, you might not have the Elite Series 2, you might have like a really wobbly analog stick. But this is how I control my recoil, and this is how I can control the barrel really well, with a 3x, a 6x, a 4x, whatever it may be. So what I usually do is I ever so slightly just pull down on the analog stick. Now, I don't necessarily pull all the way down, or I don't pull just straight down. As you can see, I do like this waving motion because the barrel does have some horizontal recoil in it as well. So then I just pull down, wave left and right, as you can see with the gamepad viewer. So this is how it looks like when I control the recoil compensation with the barrel. All right, so as you can see there, the first, I would say 15 to 20 shots is pretty tight nipped in there. That's all headshots, majority of it. But then, you know, when the horizontal recoil looped around, I had to overcompensate. I have to compensate myself to bring it back in. So that's why there's this loopy loop over here. But as you can see there, I'm like any other human being controlling the recoil in PUBG, and I do have some type of recoil that I have to control. So here's again with you know, the red dot only. And see, it's pretty much more tight than normal than last time. You know, there's not that big loop-de-loop on the side. But if you hit the first 10 shots on the enemy, they're dead anyway. That's all headshot there. Pretty much, they're dead. So like what I said before, I compensate, you know, ever so slightly. I just pull down on the analog stick, like, you know, left and right motion, until I could control it. I've been playing this game for 3 years. You can't just, you know, you can't be, you know, a new player and expect to control the recoil in the first month. That's not what you can't be a new player and expect to control the recoil of every single gun in the first month of playing. It does take time, dedication, and practice to control the game. That's what PUBG is all about. That's why I love PUBG so much, is because, you know, this game plays better the longer you play it. So of course, the first couple of months of playing this game, you are gonna feel like, you know, a noob, and, you know, you're not doing anything correctly. But if you just take the time to go in the training grounds and, you know, control the gun that you want to control the recoil, then you will do it. Now, that's why, you know, slower vertical sensitivity helps out more for, you know, controlling recoil. Because if you do have it on high, or like the regular, let me just put it to 100 real quick, which is a baseline for what it usually is. With my sensitivity at 20, it really is harder to, you know, control. So even if I'm like back over here and not all the way back there, the recoil control, let me just try it out real quick. Oh crap. Like, I have to overcompensate more. See, if I was compensating it like it was 58% vertical sensitivity, I went all the way down. That's why vertical sensitivity, having it lower, helps out a lot for your vertical sensitivity, as well as, you know, the control freak and everything. Now I'm gonna show you guys some sprays and praise with the 3x as well. Because the 3x and the 6x is what I usually use with the barrel. So this is it with the 3x. As you can see, there's a little bit more hip to it. You have to control it a little bit more. The first, I would say 5 to 7 bullets was good, and then it overlooped itself with the horizontal recoil. I tried controlling it, but then it went down more because I lost control at that point. Another good tip you can do is stop shooting your gun once you lose control of your gun. So again, if I shoot, and then I shoot again, and then again, and again. As you can see, the first 5 bullets, and that's already a laser type of beam right there. That's all gonna hit your opponent. That is more effective than trying to hold it down consistently for the whole 40 I mean, that was pretty good actually. But for newer players, it's easier to burst your gun than to full auto your gun in the first place, pretty much. Also, crouching is also a good thing to do. As you can see here, pretty much everything except the horizontal recoil is like tight nipped right here. I did lose track on the left side here, but I mean, I brought it back to the middle. And again, like I said in my last tips and tricks video, card is going to be on the top right corner right now. The 6x fully pulled back is the best weapon to, or is the best scope to help practice your recoil control. So let's go back to the 3x first. Here is just a regular standing up 3x spray. As you can see, there's a lot of loop-de-loops over there, but when you attach the 6x, and it's essentially a 3x now, it's going to be better than that. Right here, here's a 3x or 6x fully you know, yanked back spray. Oops, I just messed that up. Hold on, give me one moment here. Also reset, you gotta reset. As you can see, there was less horizontal recoil. I mean, it's more like, you know, out there, but there's less horizontal recoil but there was more vertical recoil, and that's why if you can see, when you see me spray the 3x or the 6x, it's never because I'm standing up straight and upright. I'm always crouched while doing it. As you can see there, everything is tight nipped inside. Where is everybody here? So that's why, like, you know, shooting the opponent, if he stops moving, I mean, of course the opponents are gonna move, but you know, headshot and everything. 3x as well. Oh, I ran out of bullets. Damn, F me. Like I was saying, that's why as well I'm always crouched down when I shoot, because I could hit my shots more at that way. He would have already been dead already if I shot like that. Crouching, and then, you know, left and right, all that good stuff. I'm trying to practice it as well. Boom. You know, that's how I control the recoil for the barrel. So again, what I usually do is I ever so slightly just pull down on the analog stick to control the recoil. A good practice to do that if you're a newer player or you haven't been playing this game all that much, or if you're a returning player trying to get a feel of this game, because I know all those Call of Duty games doesn't have any recoil like PUBG does. What you can do is you could make your gun go all the way up and try to compensate it back down to where you started. Now if you continue doing this, you'll have the muscle memory on how tight or on how fast you should pull down the analog stick. So again, here's a baseline on how the recoil is from this far, and then I'm gonna start it right here, where I shot from before, and then when it goes up, I compensate it back down. When it goes up, I compensate it back down. When you get that feel of, you know, making it go up, you could have this type of recoil, you know, that tight nip recoil that will shoot all your enemies down into the face. Like this guy, he should have been dead 3 times over. So anyway, I mean, there's no special trick that I do to control my recoil. I'm just, like I said before, I'm just like everybody else trying to control the recoil in this game. Again, I don't understand why I'm having a lot of hate messages saying that I use like a Cronus Max or something. As you can see here, I'm not using it. I have the same recoil as everybody else. I'm just really used to controlling my right analog stick with a Control Freak with you know, the tightest stick tension. Like, you know, if I take off the Control Freak right now and I try to control the recoil, it, you know, even from halfway from right here, is gonna be harder for me to, oh my god, I can't speak and control the recoil at the same time. It's gonna be harder for me to control the recoil because I'm so used to that high rise of my right analog stick. If you guys aren't used to the high rise for your right analog stick and, you know, you're really struggling to control the recoil, I suggest trying to, you know, get over that awkwardness of using the high rise stick in the beginning and just, you know, just try it. Control Freaks aren't that expensive. Use code Brent Bryson for 0% off your next purchase. But Control Freaks aren't that expensive. So, you know, oh, that's pretty good. That was pretty good. So it is easier to control for me, that is, and for everybody else that, you know, has the same similar playstyle as me, like One Tough Midget. It is easier to control with a high, you know, with a Control Freak and everything. Well, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys learned something from this video. Hope you guys believe me that I'm not using any aimbot or anything like that, or I don't even know what it's called, anti-recoil cheats, whatever. I'm literally using the same you know, settings as everybody else, you know, true to playing this game and everything like that. So if you guys did like this, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here, might as well hit that notification bell. It will be greatly appreciated. I am super close, but yeah, super far away from 1,000 subscribers, so if you guys could help me reach 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year, that would be amazing. Anyway, I love you all. Have a great rest of your day. Stay beautiful. Slug Nation out. Peace out, guys. Mwah. Oh man, I ran out of bullets.